Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and as Harvey Price would say, oh what a day, because I don't know where to start with this video. I I do not know where to start with this video because I have like 1,000 stories to talk about, and I'm talking about inside sources, leaking stuff that's going on in the dressing room at the club. I've got news from FABRIZIO Romano, we've got Conte news, Zidane news, Ole news right now. Chris Wheeler has said at this moment in time, Joel Glazer, Avram Glazer, Ed Woodward and Richard Arnold are in a meeting right now discussing Solskjaer's future. And basically every reliable journalist is basically saying there's a meeting going on right now where Solskjaer's future is being discussed, and it's very, very likely that Solskjaer is about to get the boot. You never know. By the time I finish this live stream, Solskjaer could be sacked as Manchester United manager. And all I'm going to say right now, before I get into the main stories and all that, is smash a like, smash subscribe. But guys, there's so much going on. So much. You're like, hold up. Let me just get my head around it all. Okay. Basically, Fabrizio Romano came out and said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not safe. We know that Zidane and Conte want the Manchester United job. We know that Conte is really, really ready for the Manchester United job. Really, really reliable sources. Samuel Luckhurst, the Manchester Evening News, Fabrizio Romano, Chris Wheeler, James Ducker from The Telegraph. They are all talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer about to be sacked. There's a meeting going on. They're talking about Conte. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not going to get sacked before the Tottenham game, do you think all these reliable journalists would be coming out talking about Conte, talking about dressing room problems at Manchester United? Do you think Samuel Luckhurst would be coming out saying that all the players are complaining about Ole and his favouritism and they don't get why Donny, Bailly, Matic, Tellez are not getting a chance? Do you think these stories would be coming out if Ole's not getting sacked? I'm just going to say that first of all to you guys. No, I call this now. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is getting sacked. He is getting sacked, and I think he's going to be sacked by tonight. You know, right now there's a meeting going on with Woodward, Arnold, Avram, and Joel Glazer. He is gone, guys. I will be absolutely shocked if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's manager for the Spurs game. I will be absolutely shocked. I would generally put money on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being gone in the next 24 hours, maybe even being gone tonight. There's a meeting going on right now, and in that meeting, they're probably going to sack Ole. You know, if they sack Jose after losing 3-1 to Liverpool, you think they're going to let Ole get away with losing 5-0 at home to Liverpool? No. I mean, there's an absolute madness going on. There's absolutely crazy. But Ole out. Smash that like button if you're Ole out and all of that. Yes, Ole out. I mean, look. Is it going to be Zidane? It's looking more like it's going to be Conte. There is news about Zidane, but it's really, really looking like Conte could come in to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Lots and lots of stories that I want to talk about and all of that. But there's a meeting going on right now with the higher-ups of the Manchester United board. And after that meeting, we'll know the future of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And we could probably find out tonight if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to keep his job at Manchester United. And the lighting is really, really weird. So I do apologise for that. But, mate, McFred out manager. And when Ole goes, guys, it's the end of McFred. And Fabrizio Romano said this, if Ole leaves, then Donny stays. And we might actually see what Donny van de Beek can do. We might see a bit more of Eric Bailly and a lot of other players. You know, this is the end of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I tell you this now, it's not confirmed, it's not official, but why wouldn't be this much noise if he wasn't getting sacked? There wouldn't be a meeting going on right now with the Glazers, Arnold and Woodward if he was not getting sacked. He is gone in the next 24 hours. I would put money on it. I would be genuinely shocked if he is Manchester United manager for the Spurs game. I'd be absolutely shocked, especially with the stories coming out that he's lost the dressing room, guys. There's about 100 stories coming out. And look, by the way, guys, when it's officially confirmed that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is sacked, I will be live. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because when it's officially confirmed he'll be sacked, I'll be live to update you that on that, guys. But I mean, from what we know, from the news going on, he's not making it another day. Smash a like on the video if you're Ole out, by the way. It looks like Conte is the favourite. I've got a couple. I want to tell you the news, actually. Rather than me going on and on, I actually want to tell you what's been said, what's the news, who said what, how reliable it is, and all of that. We'll talk about Gary Neville. We'll talk about Donny van de Beek. We're going to talk about actually the players complaining of Ole's treatment of Donny van de Beek. Actually, key players at Manchester United, big names at Manchester United, are actually angry with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's treatment of Donny van de Beek as well. We will be talking about that and all of that. But James Ducker from The Telegraph, really good journalist in my opinion, says that Antonio Conte is keen on the Manchester United job and has been for a while and is prepared to buy this time to United, but apparently United are understood to be wary of Conte's style of management. Fabrizio Romano has come out and said that, again, Antonio Conte 100% wants Manchester United. Fabrizio Romano has also said if Zidane gets the call about Manchester United, they want it. Fabrizio Romano said Brendan Rodgers, Ten Hag, United like, but it'd be very, very hard for United to get the likes of Ten Hag or Brendan Rodgers in. So Zidane and Conte are two managers that are available and want Manchester United. So I think it is a race between Zidane and Conte. When Ole gets sacked, and it's only a matter of time before Ole gets sacked, because he's not surviving this, guys. If Jose could not survive 3-1 to Liverpool, do you think Ole's going to survive 5-0 at home to Liverpool? There would not be all these news stories coming out from the Manchester Evening News, from the Athletic, from Fabrizio Romano about Conte, about Ole, about his future, if he was not getting sacked this week. And surely there wouldn't be this many stories coming out if he was not getting sacked this week. I generally believe he's getting sacked, and I generally believe we could find out he's been sacked tonight or tomorrow. And I'll be live as soon as he's officially been sacked. But all these reliable journalists are saying shit like the players want Ole out, the players don't trust Ole. It's obviously lost the dressing room. There's not enough experience in the coaching staff, and the Glazers are in a meeting right now discussing Ole's future and all of that. Chris Wheeler said that there are concerns that Solskjaer lacks experience to get himself out of trouble and is too soft on his players. Mike Phelan is more a peripheral figure now, and coaches McKenna and Carrick also too inexperienced. Journalists coming out saying that, United, the board fear that Ole is not experienced enough, the coaches aren't experienced enough. That's what stories coming out are basically saying. They said that Solskjaer's prepared for Tottenham, but there's no guarantees that Solskjaer will remain in charge for the Tottenham game. Chris Wheeler, again, another journalist, has confirmed that Joel and Avram Glazer are holding talks with Ed Woodward and Richard Arnold right now about how to manage this crisis. So again, hints that Ole's going to be sacked. And James Ducker said that multiple dressing room sources have indicated that Solskjaer no longer has the trust of players. His tactical acumen, selections, reluctance to make big decisions, and indulgence of underperforming players has been all called into question, which I think is a really, really interesting quote. Smash a like on the video, guys, if you have not already. I'm just going to shut my blind because the lighting is really pissing me off. So give me one sec. But it's mad that basically reliable sources have confirmed that the players are turning on Ole. Reliable sources have confirmed the players are turning on Ole, and I want to share my screen with you guys. I really want to share my screen with you guys. I want to show you this tweet because this is absolutely massive. So first of all, guys, smash a like on the video if you have not already, and please do subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're not subscribed to the channel. And this just says it all, guys. This just says it all here. Reports have come out today that Manchester United players are complaining about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's treatment of Donny van der Beek. Manchester United players, key figures in the Manchester United dressing room, are furious with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for playing his favourites and players that keep underperforming, and they cannot understand why the likes of Matic, Donny van der Beek, Eric Bailly are being neglected as Manchester United players. Key figures at Manchester United. I'm talking about Ronaldo, I'm talking about Bruno. Lots and lots of key figures at Manchester United have basically come out, key players, and are complaining that, like, why isn't Jesse Lingard getting a run in? Why isn't Donny getting a run in? Why isn't Bailly getting a run in? Why isn't Matic getting a run in? And I'm talking big names and key players at Manchester United. And this has come out from the Manchester Evening News that get sources from the club. This has come out from Chris Wheeler, James Ducker, all these reliable journalists that get sources from the club. I've come up with a story today saying that the players at Manchester United do not trust the coaches. They're not elite coaches. They want coaches with more experience. They also do not trust Ole. They do not trust his tactics. They don't like Ole's substitutions. And the players at Manchester United are really angry with Ole for his favouritism, his continuing to pick the same names week in, week out when they're underperforming. And lots of the big players at Manchester United are angry that Ole is picking underperforming players, McTominay and Fred, week in, week out, when there's Donny, there's Matic, there's Lingard. Donny, Matic, Lingard, Bailly all deserve a chance. Every Man United fan can sit here and agree with me. Donny, Matic, Bailly, Lingard all deserve a chance. Bailly, Donny haven't started the Premier League game this season. Lingard hasn't started the Premier League game this season. Considering how bad we are, the same, and we all agree as fan base. We all agree with the players as a fan base. And it's nice to know that the players feel this way. But, the same starting 11 that underperformed versus Atalanta and plays every game this season is consistently underperforming is the same starting 11 that it started against Liverpool and we lost 5-0. And of course the players have turned on Ole. Of course the players are angry at Ole. It makes 1000% sense that the players are angry at Ole. And they're annoyed at Ole for his favouritism, his team selection, because every Man United fan has been saying this for months. How come it's McTominay and Fred week in, week out when they don't perform, and Donny gets a chance and does perform, but Ole will still go back to his favourites? And the fact that Manchester United players are actually caught going on international break and complaining that Ole picks favourites, complaining that Ole keeps picking the same underperforming players, and actually saying, why isn't Lingard, Donny, Bailly, Matic getting more game time? I think that's incredible. The Manchester Evening News is saying this, James Ducker is saying this, The Telegraph is saying, everyone is saying this. All these sources that get information from the club have basically come out and said, Manchester United, tic-tac-toe, blah, 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 blah. the players don't trust Ollie. Like, you can see here, dressing room sources have indicated that Solskjaer no longer has the trust of the players. They don't trust his tactics. They question his team selections, why he can't make big decisions, and as you said here, overindulgence of underperforming players that have been called into question. Then probably Ronaldo, Pogba, and Bruno are probably sitting there going, why are McTominay and Fred starting week in, week out when they play shit week in, week out? Why isn't Donny and Matic playing? When sources have come out, the Manchester Evening News, Samuel Lucas came out and said that apparently he's been told by Manchester United players that Donny is really, really good in training. And apparently Manchester United players actually don't know why Donny van de Beek isn't starting for Manchester United, because apparently Donny van de Beek is consistently fantastic for Manchester United in training and all of that. Conte is the favourite to come into Manchester United, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat. Conte or Zidane, let me know who you'd rather have in the live chat. But as Declan Gill says, he doesn't know how he feels about Conte. He'd have Zidane given the freedom to win the Champions League. Eric Ten Hag too. Now, as the situation stands, Antonio Conte is the favourite to come to Manchester United. Fabrizio Romano says that Conte would 100% accept the job. Manchester United are looking at Conte and Zidane. Whilst Manchester United do want Ten Hag, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Ten Hag, Brendan Rodgers, although their targets would be very, very hard for Manchester United to do, Zidane and Conte, it's who it's between. Personally, I would prefer Zidane to Conte, because Zidane's known for playing a 4-3-3. Pogba loves him. It means Pogba could stay. Zidane wanted Donny when he was Real Madrid manager. Zidane worked with Varane. Zidane worked with Ronaldo. For me, I would take Zidane, but Conte is the most likely at this moment in time. We've got a super chat if I can find it. Thank you very much for the super chat. He says, Niloy says, personally, he wants Zuzu. Look at what he's done with Real last season. He almost won the league and reached the UCL semi with 60+ injuries. Exactly. Look what Zinedine Zidane has done with Real Madrid. And he did it with Varane. He did it with Ronaldo. Paul Pogba loves him. Zinedine Zidane, for me, I think Eric Ten Hag would be my first choice, but I think Zinedine Zidane is perfect for Manchester United because he plays a 4-3-3. He plays attacking football. He's worked with Ronaldo, Varane. He's got a really good relationship with Paul Pogba. Zidane wanted Donny. He's a Champions League winner, and with the injury problems he had at Real Madrid, he still did a really, really good job with Real Madrid. That Real Madrid squad isn't that good, and Zinedine Zidane definitely overachieved with that Real Madrid stuff. So for me, again, I'd 100% be taking Zinedine Zidane. And I tell you what, Zinedine Zidane ain't going to be playing Fred over Donny van de Beek and Matic. I tell you that now. I said this before, and I said at the beginning of the video. There is no way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be manager for the Tottenham game. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer hasn't officially been sacked yet, but considering the amount of noise that's come out, considering really reliable journalists that get sources of information from Manchester United are coming out saying the players have lost all faith in Ole, the players are complaining that the same underperforming McFred are playing, the players don't understand why Lingard, Donny, Matic and Eric Bailly aren't getting minutes. The fact that these English journalists that get information from the club are saying about the players complaining, that we know there's a meeting going on right now. The owners, Woodward and Richard Arnold, the Glazers, they're all in a meeting right now to discuss Ole's future. And that meeting, when they come out of it, Ole won't be Manchester United manager, surely. I mean, if they sacked Jose Mourinho after losing 3-1, do you think Ole's going to survive losing 5-0 at home? There's no way. I will be stunned if Ole's Manchester United manager for Manchester United versus Spurs. I will be absolutely stunned if Ole makes it past the Spurs game. I seriously will, because with the noise coming out from Manchester Evening News, The Athletic, all these reliable sources, he is gone. He is gone. Now, Conte is the favourite. Manchester United have got to actually think about this. Ole, I think, is set to go. I think we know Ole is going, guys. Smash a like on the video if you're Ole out. Smash a like on the video if you want Ole to go. I think it's pretty obvious that Ole is going to go. But what I do want to throw out and say, actually, is when you think about it, United have got a big decision to make, because this isn't about a rebuild anymore. We've done our rebuild, and credit to Ole where it's due. Ole has done a good job in rebuilding Manchester United. He took over a really, really dead Manchester United squad, and he changed that really, really dead Manchester United squad, and Ole's built a really nice Manchester United squad, a team that's capable of winning trophies. The manager that we bring in now Ole's bound to go. If Ole is, I will be shocked if Ole is manager for the Spurs game. I think he's gone. And when Ole is officially sacked, I will be live. I think Ole's going to be officially sacked in the next 24 hours, and I'll be live to announce when he's officially sacked. But I think he's basically gone now. But what Man United have got to look out for is who's going to replace Ole, because we're looking at a manager that needs to win trophies. We're not looking at someone to come in and do a rebuild. They've got the team now. We need a manager that can perform with a top team. And that's what Zidane's done. that's what Zidane's done. Zidane took over a top Real Madrid team and delivered 3 Champions Leagues, delivered them a league title. We need a manager that's going to come in and deliver trophies. You know what Chelsea did with Tuchel? We need a Thomas Tuchel. Lampard, like Ollie, did a good job in taking Chelsea from point C to point B. Ollie took us from point C to point B, building a good squad. But Lampard, like Ollie, couldn't win Chelsea a trophy, and Ollie can't win Man United a trophy. And United need to do what Chelsea did and find a Thomas Tuchel-like manager that's going to come in, have the experience, and bring that trophy to Manchester United. We've got to be really careful that we bring the right manager in. We can't be hiring someone like Southgate. If Manchester United go and try and employ someone like Southgate, it's an absolute joke. We're not looking at Southgate. I like Graham Potter, but I think we should be going above Graham Potter. I think Graham Potter could be another Lampard. You know, this is about a team that's winning trophies. Maybe if you're looking at a rebuild, Graham Potter would be a good manager. But now it's about winning trophies. We need to be looking at Zidane. We need to be looking at Conte. We need to be looking at Ten Hag. Thank you very much, Gordon, for the super chat. I want to Poch before Ollie. Think he develops players well. Controversial, maybe. Poch is not going to happen because he is at PSG. We know United love Poch. FABRIZIO Romano says United like Ten Hag. United like Brendan Rodgers. But it's very, very unlikely that Brendan Rodgers or Ten Hag will come to Manchester United because it's a difficult deal to do. He said that Zidane and Conte, as Diego's put in the chat, would 100% love to join Manchester United. And they are the 2 main candidates. Now, Conte, as of now, is the favourite to come to Manchester United. Conte is the personal favourite to join Manchester United. Because of the news coming around. There's a lot of news coming from FABRIZIO Romano, The Guardian, about Conte wanting the job, waiting for the job, happy to take the job. It looks like Conte is the favourite right now. But as James Ducker said from The Telegraph, you know, Manchester United are a little bit cautious of Conte because of, you know, his personality, his defensiveness, and that actually, you know, Zidane could be a better option for the club. You know, Manchester United are probably going to sack Ollie in the next 24 hours. I'd be absolutely shocked. I tell you this now. I will be stunned if he's manager for the Spurs game. Ollie is going to be sacked tonight or tomorrow. I call it now. Clip this if I'm wrong, prove me wrong, call whatever. Ollie's going to be sacked tonight or tomorrow. I'd be absolutely shocked if Ollie's still Manchester United manager in the next 48 hours. And once Ollie's sacked, the board, the owners have got a massive, massive decision to make. A really, really big decision to make about who's coming in. Who is coming in, you know? What are we going to do? And, you know, that is when they look at Zidane. That's when they look at Conte. And Zidane and Conte are the 2 options that are available. We like Ten Hag. We like Brendan Rodgers, but they're really hard to do because you have to buy them out of contract. And, you know, we don't like to spend money. So it's going to be Zidane or Conte. And that's when our owners are going to sit down and they're going to go, is it Zidane or is it Conte that we want? Do United want Zidane? Do United want Conte? Conte's got the noise now, but I'm thinking just because if we find out Ollie gets sacked in an hour, doesn't mean Conte's going to join. You know, it might take a few days. We might be playing the game versus Spurs without a manager because we're in talks with Zidane, we're in talks with Conte. It is a big decision to make. But I just said again, with the noise coming out and the fact that sources from the club have said that Manchester United players do not like how Ollie picks favourites, how Manchester United players do not believe in Ollie's tactics, and how Manchester United players cannot believe that Donny van der Beek, Jesse Lingard, Eric Bailly and Nemanja Matic do not get chosen and are fed up of Ollie picking his favourites and the same constant underperformers. You know, that is the interesting thing. That is 100% the interesting thing that has recently come out. And all of that. James Ducker said that a source said that some players were stunned that Solskjaer and his staff decided to field the same side against Liverpool, which had been defensively demolished in the first half against Atalanta 4 days later. James Ducker, an English journalist who gets sources from the club, has said that apparently Manchester United players and some of his staff were actually stunned that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played the exact same starting 11 that got demolished versus Atalanta in the first half. No wonder the players weren't playing for Ole. We saw versus Liverpool that the players are not playing for Ollie. And no wonder the players aren't playing for Ollie because they don't believe in him. They don't believe in the plan. You know, as a fan base, we were absolutely shocked that the same starting 11 that got demolished in the first half versus Atalanta were playing again versus Liverpool. And the players are the same. The players are just like the fans. The players probably, one of the reasons we were so bad versus Liverpool is because the players aren't playing for the manager, because the players are sitting there going, how, you know, Bruno, Pogba, Ronaldo, you know, Pogba was only playing 15 minutes. De Gea, they were all sitting there and going, how is this same starting 11 that played absolutely atrocious versus Atalanta playing again? No wonder Ollie's lost the dressing room. Ollie's lost the dressing room. You know, sources coming out saying that the players cannot believe Ollie's still starting the same underperforming start 11. Sources from the club are saying players do not get why Jesse Lingard, Donny van der Beek and Matic haven't been given a chance. Manchester United players like Paul Pogba reportedly have come out and said that Donny van der Beek looks fantastic in training and is stunned that Ollie won't play him. Paul Pogba's clearly not playing for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He gets a red card in 15 minutes and we're meant to try and convince Paul Pogba to sign a new deal at the club. What a load of rubbish, you know, what a load of rubbish. Zidane comes in, Paul Pogba signs a new deal. Paul Pogba's in his element, you know. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is reportedly furious that he didn't get a CDM, but this is the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that asked for 80 million for Jadon Sancho. Look, we should have got a CDM in the summer, but I don't feel sorry for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer actively wanted to spend 80 million on Jadon Sancho in the summer to bench him. Ollie, if your plan was to bench Sancho originally and go back to your McFred bollocks, surely you could have spent that 80 million on Declan Rice instead of Jadon Sancho. Surely Ollie should have spent that 80 million on Declan Rice instead of Jadon Sancho. Why is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer benching Jadon Sancho? Why is Paul Pogba being benched? Manchester United bench is better than the starting 11 most games, and it's because of Ollie's favourites. Every fan is fed up of Ollie picking his favourites. Bailly deserves a chance, Donny deserves a chance, Lingard deserves a chance, and Matic deserves a chance. And the players are saying it. And the fact that not just the fans can see it, but the fact that Manchester United players are questioning Ollie's tactics, are stunned that it's the same starting 11 starting week in, week out under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, are stunned by Ollie's substitutions, are absolutely stunned by his constant picking of McTominay and Fred. Sources from the club have revealed that Manchester United players do not understand why the same underperforming players are starting week in, week out, when Donny van de Beek looks fantastic in training, and some of the higher up players at Manchester United don't understand why Donny van de Beek's not getting a chance. And us fans don't understand it too. So us fans have lost faith in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and so have the players. There's no chance Ollie's reviving this. If the Glazers don't sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we're just going to lose to Spurs. We're just going to lose to Man City. And the Glazers need to sack Ollie now because he's not going to turn it around. Ollie's lost the players. Once you've lost the players, Ollie cannot turn it around. Ollie's only chance of turning it around at Manchester United, Ollie's only given chance of currently turning it around at Manchester United, is to try something different. The players have lost faith in Ollie because he's starting the same underperforming players. That's what's just come out today. The only way Ollie can turn it around right now is going, okay, Fred and Matic are dropped. Fred and McTominay are dropped, and he starts Matic and Donny. Ollie's only hope of maybe winning back the players is giving Bailly a go, giving Tellez a go, giving Matic a go, giving Donny a go, and trying something new, maybe going to a 4-3-3. But we know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We know he won't do that. Because we've known for a year, it's McFred. And the thing that absolutely stuns me, guys, and the thing that absolutely stuns me is Paul Pogba cannot play in our next 3 Premier League games. And do I believe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be manager for the Tottenham game? No. But if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer manages the Tottenham game and plays with McFred again, then the players aren't going to play for him. The players, not just the fans, literally are sitting there going, why are McFred playing when they underperform week in, week out, when Donny looks fantastic in training? Even the players are saying that. And Paul Pogba can't play our next 3 Premier League games. And if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer plays and he stays and he still plays McFred, then he's going to get himself sacked. Because Donny is fit, he's new, he's like a new signing. Ole complaining he didn't get a midfield signing. Well, Donny van de Beek's practically a new signing because you didn't use him last season. And Liverpool have scored more goals than Donny van de Beek has minutes in the Premier League this season. Absolutely disgraceful from the manager. The way he's treating Donny, the way he's treating Sancho, that's over £100 million worth of good young talent that he's ruining their career because he's stubbornness to stay with his McFred ways. Ollie's stubbornness to stay with his McFred ways has got him sacked. And you know what? I wanted Ollie to succeed. He's a club legend. I wanted Ollie to succeed. I've been Ollie in for a while. I've only recently become Ollie out. But you know what? I wouldn't have any sympathy for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if he got sacked, because he's done it to himself. The fact that every fan can see, nearly every pundit can see that McFred do not work, and something needs to change, and Ollie's not changing anything. The fact that Ollie publicly comes out and says that Donny van de Beek needs to prove he's good enough, that he doesn't believe he needs Donny van de Beek. Our manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come out and said he doesn't need Donny van de Beek. We're not top of the league, Ollie. We're 20th for chances conceded. We're 20th for tackles made. Did you know McTominay and Fred ranked 20th for the CDM pairings in the Premier League? Norwich City have made more tackles and have a better CDM pairing in the league, according to statistics, than McTominay and Fred. Manchester United ranked 18th in the league for clean sheets, 18th in the league for goals conceded, and 20th in the league for tackles made in the midfield. Who starts in the midfield week in, week out? Fred and McTominay. I know Pogba and Matic weren't great in the midfield versus Leicester, but Fred and McTominay have been the problem for a year, and our manager is still playing them. So I wouldn't even have sympathy for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if he got sacked. I'd have no sympathy whatsoever because he's done it to himself. He's stood by his McFred oath. He's been stubborn. He's stood by what he thinks is right in McTominay and Fred, and it's going to get him sacked. He's going to lose his job over it, and I have absolutely zero sympathy for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Absolutely zero sympathy. I generally do, because I'm sorry, even if we played Matic and Pogba, do I think we'd have beaten Liverpool? No. But the fact that you played the exact same starting 11 that got demolished 2-0 in the first half by an Atalanta side with 5 key players missing against a Liverpool side that's better, that scored 3+ goals in their last 8 home games, shows that you are not good enough as a manager. Anyone with a footballing brain knows that tactically Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not good enough again as a manager. And as you can see on the screen, the players are questioning it. The players cannot understand why the same underperforming players start week in, week out. Paul Pogba came out after the Leicester loss and said the tactic needs to change, something needs to change, something's not right. And Paul Pogba gets dropped for it, and it's McFred. Paul Pogba's sitting there because he's an intelligent guy. Paul Pogba's a leader. As much as people like to make out that Paul Pogba's this virus at Manchester United, that Paul Pogba's this problem at Manchester United, Paul Pogba is one of the players that is furious. Can see Donny van der Beek's training hard, can see Eric Bailly is a great player, can see Matic is a great player, can see Lingard's a great player, and can't understand why Ole is picking McFred, his favourites, week in, week out. And I won't feel sorry for Ole, because he's going to lose his job with his McFred favouritism. And as this comment says, Paul Scholes was right. He hit the nail on the head. Paul Scholes literally said, if the Manchester United played this side against Liverpool, they get thrashed. After Atalanta, Paul Scholes says this side will get thrashed by Liverpool. What did Ole do? He plays the exact same starting 11 that got battered 2-0 by Atalanta in the first half against Liverpool. No wonder we're not surprised. No wonder it's not surprised. It looks like Ole's about to get sacked, guys. If you are joining right now, Fabrizio Romano has just come out and said that inside Manchester United, they feel like Antonio Conte would be similar to Jose Mourinho, so they're not 100% sure on Conte yet. News just come out, so although Conte is the favourite to come to Manchester United, Fabrizio Romano says that Manchester United probably thinks Zidane would be a better option. Although news has come out that Conte 100% would have set the Manchester United job and wants the Manchester United job, Fabrizio Romano said that Manchester United are having to think about it. Saw the list, our 5-0 defeats throughout our history, and it happened 10 times. 2 of them came under Ole. Exactly. What a disgrace. What a disgrace of a manager. But Fabrizio Romano has just come out and said that Manchester United are looking at managers. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wasn't going to get sacked, do you think Fabrizio Romano would be telling me that inside Manchester United they're looking at Conte and they're not sure if he's right? Manchester United wouldn't even be looking or thinking about Conte if they weren't going to sack Ole. Fabrizio Romano's basically confirmed Ole's been sacked without confirming it. That if Manchester United were not going to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before the Spurs game, do you think Fabrizio Romano would be coming out saying that Manchester United are thinking about Conte and thinking about decision to make? If United weren't going to sack Ole, they wouldn't think about Conte, they wouldn't think about Zidane. Ole is getting sacked, guys. I will put my money on it. Put your house on it. I will be shocked. I'll be shell-shocked if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is manager for the Spurs game. Because why would Romano, why would Samuel Lockhurst, why would James Ducker be talking about Manchester United thinking about Conte, Manchester United thinking about Zidane, Conte and Zidane desperate for the job, Ole meetings going on? If Ole was going to keep his job, there wouldn't be a meeting going on right now with the Glazers, Woodward and Arnold. If Ole was going to keep his job, there wouldn't be a meeting going on right now. That if Ole was going to keep his job, Fabrizio Romano wouldn't be coming out just now and saying that Manchester United are thinking about Conte. If Ole was going to stay, we wouldn't be thinking about Conte. Fabrizio Romano's come out and said that Manchester United are thinking about Conte. Romano said, although Antonio Conte is the favourite to become Manchester United manager, and it looks like it's destined for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be sacked, Fabrizio Romano said that Manchester United are not 100% sure about Conte yet because they thought he could be similar to Jose Mourinho. And so means Zidane could be the favourite, guys. Zidane is who I want. Let me know in the live chat, who would you rather have, Zidane or Conte? But we know from Romano, we know from Fabrizio Romano, we like Ten Hag, we like Brendan Rodgers, but it's very, very hard to do. Zidane and Conte, Fabrizio Romano confirmed it, 100% ready to take and accept the Manchester United job. Zidane and Conte are 100% ready to take and accept that Manchester United job. Manchester United have, there's news about Conte to Manchester United. There's a lot of news about Conte to Manchester United, but Fabrizio Romano said that Man United will have to think about Conte because they think he's too similar to Jose Mourinho, hinting that Zidane could be the new favourite at Manchester United, hinting that Zidane could be the new favourite at Manchester United. And look, Fabrizio Romano would not even be talking about Conte, would not even be talking about Manchester United thinking about Conte if Ole wasn't getting sacked. It's not official. It's not confirmed that Ole's sacked. It's not official that Ole's sacked, but what if Ole was not going to get sacked this week? Do you generally think Fabrizio Romano will be talking about how Man United feel about Conte? No. Why is Fabrizio Romano getting told from Manchester United that they're not sure about Conte yet? Manchester United, if Manchester United were going to keep Ole and believe in Ole, they wouldn't be even thinking about Conte. So Ole is gone. It's just a matter of time to the announcement, but Ole is gone, guys. Ole is gone, One thing I do have to say as well is, when a new manager comes in, guys, and hopefully it's elite manager, I don't want to see Gareth Southgate. It's going to be Zidane or Conte, guys. It's going to be Zidane or Conte. But Romano says that United are reluctant about Conte because he's very Jose Mourinho-like, which could hint at Zidane. I want Zidane to come in because Paul Pogba and Zidane have a great relationship. Zidane wanted Donny van de Beek at Real Madrid, so we know that Zidane can get the best out of Donny. Zidane likes Varane, he likes Ronaldo, he worked with them. I want Zinedine Zidane, he's more attacking, he's won 3 Champions Leagues. What do we need? A manager that's going to win trophies. We don't need a manager to take us on a rebuild. We've built a squad. We need a manager to win trophies. And for me, Zidane is the right manager. And I tell you what, when Zidane comes in, Maguire won't be captain at Manchester United. I even think about this now. Maguire was at Manchester United for 6 months and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gave him captaincy. That is criminal. Maguire is not a captain. Maguire is not a leader. No one can tell me that Maguire's a captain or a leader at Manchester United. He came out in the interview and said, I'm only here because I have to be. No, you're the captain of Manchester United, Harry Maguire. You shouldn't be here because you have to be. Zidane comes in, Maguire ain't captain. He's given captaincy to Bruno. Zidane comes in, Maguire ain't captain. Zidane comes in, you ain't seeing Fred playing the pivot and negative football. Zidane comes in, I guarantee you, Eric Bailly, Alex Tellers, Donny van de Beek, Jesse Lingard will be getting more minutes. Martial will be getting more minutes. You know, Paul Pogba, the Manchester United players, reports from the club, inside sources from the club, reports from the changing room at the club have come out and said that Manchester United higher up players cannot understand why Ole keeps picking the same underperforming McTominay and Fred and Lindelof and Maguire week in, week out when Bailly, Matic, Donny and Jesse Lingard have been fantastic in training. The Manchester United players cannot believe how good Donny's been in training and how he hasn't got a chance. And you're telling me Ole can revive this? There's no way. Ole is done. Ole is over. Thank you very much, Gordon, for the super chat. And all that. Let me read out this one here. I don't rate Maguire at all. Think we need another centre back for Varane. I want to see Varane and Bailly. Maguire ain't 100% fit. Maguire is not a captain. I'm over Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire came out and said, I'm only doing this interview because I have to. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. News report coming out as well that Manchester United players feel they're getting unfair criticism for the lack of tactical structure in the team. Lots and lots of reports. I mean, guys, I tell you what, it's only, every time you refresh your Twitter, it's only a matter of time before we refresh Twitter and the Ole sacked official announcement is out. Because Manchester United players are literally coming out and saying they shouldn't be blamed, their tactics crap. There's so many reports from loads of reliable journalists. Loads of reliable journalists and loads of reliable sources are coming in right now and saying that Manchester United players do not believe in the tactics. They're fed up with these tactics. They're fed up with the coaches. They're fed up of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's playing the same underperforming players. Manchester United players could not believe that the same starting 11 that played versus Atalanta started 5 days later against Liverpool. Manchester United players, the higher-ups at Manchester United, like Paul Pogba, reportedly cannot believe that Donny van de Beek looks so fantastic in training and can't get a chance over these underperforming players in the midfield. You know, higher-up players at Manchester United are questioning all these tactics. They're questioning the coaches. And higher-up players at Manchester United apparently reportedly fed up of the manager picking the same underperforming players and cannot understand why Matic, Donny, Bailly and Jesse Lingard haven't been given a chance. Ole is gone. Ole is gone. We're just waiting for the Ole sacked announcement. But could there be an announcement at 6 that Ole is sacked? I'm going to be live till 6 p.m, guys. And as soon as Ole is officially sacked, there will be another live to confirm that Ole's been officially sacked, guys. But it's only a matter of hours. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will not be here for the Spurs game, guys. Look, if you don't believe me, I will be shell-shocked if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is Manchester United manager in 48 hours' time. This is why. I'm going to, for everyone that's joined the chat, Fabrizio Romano would not be coming out saying that Manchester United are thinking about Conte if Manchester United had no plans to sack Ole. If Manchester United were planning to not sack Ole after that match, why would they be thinking about Conte and Zidane? You know, Fabrizio Romano basically saying that United are not 100% sure about Conte. They're thinking about him. They think he could be too similar to Jose Mourinho. It's basically confirming, but not confirming, that Solskjaer is getting sacked. The fact that Manchester United are actively thinking about a manager to replace Ole right now, and journalists like Fabrizio Romano, the Manchester Evening News, are talking about potential replacements, and Manchester United are not 100% sure about this manager, means that Manchester United are thinking about a new manager. And if Manchester United were not going to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this week, they would not be thinking about a new manager. The fact that thousands of reports have come out from really reliable sources, really reliable journalists, saying that the players do not trust Ole. They do not trust his tactics. They're fed up with Ole's tactics. They're fed up with Ole's favouritism. They can't understand why certain players aren't getting a chance. Shows that Ole's lost the dressing room. Once Ole's lost the dressing room, there's no going back. There's no going back for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's literally a matter of time before he's sacked. He's gone. He's out. Like, smash a like on the video if you're Ole out, guys. Smash a like on the video if you're Ole out. We've got over 600 people watching, by the way, guys, which is absolutely insane. So if you are new to the channel, please do go ahead and subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football. I do daily Manchester United content on my channel. So if you are new, make sure you click that subscribe button. I do videos every day. I go live every day giving you all the latest updates on the Manchester United news. I do watch-alongs, match reactions, and match previews to Manchester United games. I'll be live for a watch-along for Manchester United versus Spurs at the weekend and a match reaction, as well as keeping you updated. When Solskjaer's officially announced as sacked, I'll be live to let you guys know. Solskjaer's about to be sacked. Those are journalists are saying that it's very, very likely that Solskjaer's about to be sacked, but Solskjaer hasn't been officially sacked. But once Solskjaer's officially sacked, I'll be live to update you guys. So if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester United news, transfer news, updates, match reactions, match previews, watch-alongs, daily Manchester United content on the channel, please do subscribe down below. It'll be very, very much appreciated. And all of that. And all that. What about hockey? I wouldn't take the Germany manager. Bruce is available. Let me know in the live chat, who do you want? But I'm hearing Fabrizio Romano's kind of said, you know, we like Ten Hag, we like Brendan Rodgers, but it's very, very hard to do. Guys, I guarantee you it's going to be Zidane or Conte. I think it's going to be Zidane or Conte. I wouldn't be surprised if Man United went and got a fucking Southgate or Graham Potter. But what Manchester United need, and I said it earlier, Manchester United need a manager that's going to come in and win a trophy. We've done the rebuild. We've got the team. We don't need a manager that's going to come in and rebuild the squad. We've done the rebuild. We've got the team. Manchester United need a manager that's going to win trophies. They needed Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel knew that Chelsea squad was good enough to win trophies. He came and he won the trophy, he delivered. That's why we need a Zidane. Zidane, what did he do? Deliver 3 Champions Leagues. He's worked with Pogba. He loves Pogba. He's worked with Ronaldo. He's worked with Varane. Zidane wanted Donny van de Beek. Manchester United reportedly are not 100% sure about Conte. There's news coming out that Conte and Zidane 100% want the Manchester United job. They're ready to take the Manchester United job. But Fabrizio Romano said that Manchester United aren't 100% sure about Conte, even though Conte is the favourite to come to Manchester United. And Manchester United aren't 100% sure about Conte because he could be too similar to Jose Mourinho, and that, you know, that opens up the door for Zidane. So if United aren't 100% sure about Conte, surely that opens up the door for Zidane. Zidane is enjoying retirement, but Zidane wants the Manchester United job. Zidane will take the Manchester United job. What happens if you get Zidane? Pogba's going to stay. He's worked with Ronaldo. He's worked with Varane, attacking football. He wanted Donny. All of a sudden, we're not going to see any more McFred. We're going to actually start seeing players. And for me, it's Zidane. Let me know down below who you want to see. Thank you very much for the super chat, Gordon Murray. What does the Woodward stay mean for the club? And how are they going to spin this after saying they believe in Ollie and the project? Okay, so Ed Woodward was meant to leave the club this summer. We were told in April that Ed Woodward would be leaving the club before the end of 2021. I don't know if you heard this or not. I haven't actually got into this, but this was one of my talking points. So thanks, Gordon, for bringing this up and remembering me. Ed Woodward is set to stay at Manchester United till the end of the season. Ed Woodward is set to stay at Manchester United for the end of the season, which I think is an absolute disgrace. And I think the fact that Manchester United have decided to announce that Ed Woodward was staying to the end of the season, they've decided to announce it now, is because all the noise is on Ollie. All the noise is on Ollie. Manchester United knew this was the perfect time to announce that Ed Woodward was staying to the end of the season, because all the media news is going to be on Ollie, that no one's really going to pick up on the fact that Woodward was meant to go and now he's staying to the end of the season, which is an absolute disgrace to Manchester United that Woodward was staying to the end of the season. It's an absolute disgrace. I don't get it, but Man United deliberately announced that Woodward was staying to the end of the season now because they know that all the noise is on Ollie, that no one's going to actually go in for Woodward staying to the end of the season. They've played it smart. But Woodward staying to the end of the season probably hints that Ollie's going to go as well. There's going to be a big change. I mean, everything's hinting at Ollie to go. This is when Man United gets Steve Bruce in as the next manager, you know, because he played for them once. An absolute joke, but yeah. I mean, look, Ollie is gone. Ollie is gone, guys. Smash a like on the video if you're Ollie out. Let's see how many of you guys are Ollie out. So smash a like on the video if you are Ollie out, by the way. And any questions for me, please do pop them down in the live chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Everyone that's watching that is Ollie out, smash a like and let me know in the live chat, who do you want? A lot of people saying Ollie go. Guys, I think it's only a matter of time till Ollie is sacked. I think it's only a matter of time till we get an announcement that Ollie is sacked. I tell you this now. It's only a matter of time. We're on 330 likes, guys. Let's go for 500 likes. If we've got over 500 people watching, so if you've not hit that like button, please do go ahead and hit that like button. Let's go for 500 likes. Anyone that is a Manchester United fan and is still Ollie in, I will pay for you to get your eyes tested and all of that. But, you know, Ollie's had his time. Ollie's been back. People prefer Conte. Andrew said Arnold is basically a Woodward clone. Be it now or next season will be the same. More from our CEO. I agree. I think it's a disgrace that Woodward's staying at Manchester United. But, look, we're focusing on Ollie because Ollie's about to go. I believe in Zidane. We always criticise Chelsea for sacking the manager. They had balls to sack their legend Lampard and win the Champions League. Man, you don't have. Ollie's not a better legend than Lampard. Exactly. You know, Lampard is Chelsea's biggest ever legend. Lampard is arguably Chelsea's biggest ever club legend. And Chelsea sacked Lampard and they won the Champions League. Chelsea sacked Lampard and they won the Champions League. Manchester United have a squad that's capable of winning the Champions League, but they don't have the manager or coaches capable of winning the Champions League. I believe if Manchester United went out there and they sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we got an elite manager and we can win the Champions League. Zidane has won 3 Champions Leagues. I'm not saying we will win the Champions League, but if Manchester United sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and bring in Zidane, there's a much higher chance of silverware coming to the club because Ole's not going to revive it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not going to revive his season at Manchester United. There is no way Ole is reviving his season. Ole has lost the dressing room. This has never happened before, but sources inside the club, reliable journalists, have said that the players think Ole's tactics are stupid. The players are fed up with Ole's favouritism. The players are complaining that certain players aren't getting minutes. The players have lost all faith in Ole. Inside sources from the dressing room have come out and said the Manchester United players have lost all faith in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, guys. All faith in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. There's no way, he can revive this. Unless he changes it up, there's no way he can revive it. And we know Ole. He's the most stubborn manager ever. Because Pogba's got a red card. He can't play Paul Pogba for the next 3 games. You think he's going to play Donny van de Beek all of a sudden? Do you know what the funny thing is? And this is why I don't feel that sorry for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Do you know what the funny thing is? Donny van de Beek is Ole's only way of saving his job if he gets the Spurs game. Donny van de Beek is literally Ole's only way of saving his job if he gets the Spurs game because McTominay and Fred is not working. And the players are unhappy that McTominay and Fred and Ole's favourites keep getting picked after underperforming. The players are complaining. Inside sources saying the players are complaining. If Ole wants to keep his job, then he's got to try something new because what Ole's doing is not working. And we've had 10 games this season to see this McTominay and Fred and this plan A tactic does not work. And if Ole goes into Spurs with his plan A tactic, we're not going to win. With McFred, we're not going to win. There's no chance. So even though I think Ole's gone before the Spurs game, I'd be absolutely shell-shocked if Ole managed the Spurs game. Ole's only way of saving his job is playing Donny van de Beek because one of the reasons the players aren't playing for Ole is because they can't understand the manager's tactics. They're fed up with the same favourites playing, and apparently players are saying that Donny looks so good in training and they can't believe he's not given a chance because the players have lost faith in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So it's like to win the players back, Ole's got to try something new. So Ole's only way of saving his job is trying something new, but it's too late. I said it before. Tier 1 journalists would not be tweeting and saying that Manchester United are thinking about Conte, but they're not 100% sure if he's right, if Ole was staying. If there's a meeting going on right now with the Glazers, the board, Richard Arnold, there's a meeting going on right now, guys, about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not going to be sacked before the Spurs game, there wouldn't be a meeting going on, and there wouldn't be Tier 1 journalists saying that Man United are thinking about Conte. If we weren't planning on sacking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in this meeting that's going on right now, then why would we be looking at Conte? If we were going to keep Ole, why would we be thinking about Conte? And Fabrizio Romano said that we're thinking about Conte, but he could be Mourinho-like. Well, if Ole's going to be here for the Spurs game, why are we thinking about Conte if we're going to back Ole and give him time? He is gone. Mourinho lost 3-1 to Spurs and he was gone. Ole lost 5-1 to Liverpool and he's gone. Honestly, I mean, look, what I want to do, though, was when we get a new manager in, whether it be Zidane, whether it be Conte, I believe we're going to have a new manager in the next week, guys. I believe that we're going to have a new manager in the next minute, guys. But when we do get a new manager in, I'm going to make a video about how we'll line up because if Zidane comes to Manchester United, I will make a short video for you guys about actually what Zidane's starting 11 would be because one thing I've always wondered, a lot of people have sort of going on Twitter going, if Conte comes into Manchester United, what would Conte's first choice starting 11 be? What would Zidane's first choice starting 11 be? So there's a video, once we get a new manager in, so once Ole's officially sacked, I'll be live again tonight when Ole's officially sacked. Then I'll be live tomorrow to talk about who the new manager will be. And once we officially know who Ole's replacement is going to be, I'm going to do a video talking about, if Zidane replaces Ole, I'm going to do a video talking about how Zidane played at Real Madrid, what Zidane's tactics were at Real Madrid, and how Zidane is like to line up with Manchester United. So if that sounds like the type of video you want to see, make sure you subscribe down below because there will be a video about how Zidane will specifically line up the Manchester United squad. If we get Conte, if we get Zidane, I will do a video talking about how they played at their last club, what their tactics are, what type of players they like in the starting 11, what formation they play, and how they like to line up. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe because there's daily Manchester United content on the channel. When Ole's officially sacked and it's announced, I will be live. I believe he's going to be sacked, but it's not officially announced yet. I'll be live, so make sure you subscribe for that. And I will do a watch along for Manchester United versus Spurs and a match reaction for Manchester United versus Spurs. So not just for daily updates, but match reactions and all of that. Make sure you subscribe. Conte has started with 4-4-2 or 3-4-3, as Diego said. That's why I prefer Zidane, because Conte's a manager that's used a 5 system or 3 system at the back his whole career. Having said that, last year, this time last year when pressure was on Ollie and we thought he was going to go, I said I didn't want Thomas Tuchel to replace Ollie. I actually said I didn't think Thomas Tuchel was the man to replace Ollie because Thomas Tuchel plays 5 at the back. And look what Thomas Tuchel's done to Chelsea. So if we get Conte, I'm going to be all for it. I'm assuming that Conte is going to do what Thomas Tuchel did. Surely, even though I think that I don't like playing 5 at the back and Conte plays 5 at the back, or a 3-4-3 as you can call it, Conte, come in, cool. He could win us the Champions League, because I didn't think Tuchel was, when we were hearing that Ollie could be sacked and it was Tuchel or Poch, I was Poch over Tuchel. I was wrong with that. So you never know. Conte could be perfect, but for me, it's all about Zinedine Zidane. I'm just constantly refreshing my Twitter, just waiting for it to be confirmed that Ollie's sacked. But guys, it's only a couple. I think in the next hour or two, Ollie's going to be sacked. Lots of sources are coming out saying Ollie's already been sacked. A rapper who's friends with Sancho has said that he's heard Ollie's already been sacked. Why is the board delaying? There's news stories coming out right now saying that Ollie has already been sacked, by the way, guys. Fabrizio Romano says breaking people inside Manchester United say they need hours to decide on Solskjaer's future. That came out earlier. But Fabrizio Romano said 7 hours ago that the Manchester United board need a couple hours to decide on Solskjaer's future. It has been a couple hours. A few unreliable sources have come out just now and said that Solskjaer's been sacked. Not very reliable sources, but a few sources have come out saying they've heard Solskjaer been sacked. But I'm waiting for some reliable sources to confirm that. I will be live till 6 p.m. and, and all that. We should start with a 4-2-1-1-2, 2 holding Matic and Donny, Cam above them in Pogba and Bruno above him with a false 9, your 2 strikers, Greenwood, Rashford, Ronaldo. I mean, it'll be interesting, but probably better than what we got now. Just sat the legend, but Ollie knows the United DNA. Ollie out, Zidane in. Smash a like on the video if you are Ollie out. I am going to stay live till 6 p.m. because I'm hearing from some sources that Ollie's been sacked. It's been done that Ollie's been sacked. I'm hearing from some sources that Ollie's been sacked. Now, and the announcement is imminent. I'm hearing from some sources that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been sacked as Manchester United manager, and an announcement is imminent. So I'm going to stay live for the next 10 minutes. We're going to wait for James Ducker, Fabrizio Romano to confirm this. But some Tier 3 journalists have said that Ollie's been sacked. Some Tier 3 journalists have come out and said that Ollie's been sacked, and it's going to be announced very, very soon. So I'm going to stay live for the next 15 minutes to see if that's official, because these aren't to see if a Tier 1 journalist confirms that Ollie's been sacked. But apparently an announcement for Ollie's sacking is imminent, guys, according to a couple of not lesser well-known journalists. So definitely stay tuned for that. Guys, smash a like on the video if you are Ollie out, and do subscribe down below to Alice Talks if you're not subscribed to the channel. The goal is to hit 21,000 subscribers by the end of 2021, 21k by the end of 2021, and only you guys can make that happen. So please do go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And all of that. We're just waiting for some updates on the Ollie sacking, but some sources are coming out saying that the decision has been made and Ollie has been sacked, but it's not been from any Tier 1 sources. So we're just waiting for that to be confirmed. But while we're waiting for that, I have a few things I want to talk about. Let me just swallow. Let me have a quick drink of water. Any questions, we put them in the live chat. I have a few things I want to talk about. Ollie's not going to last through this, okay? Let me be slow. Ollie is not surviving the job. Ollie's not surviving the job. He's not lasting through this. We've heard from Tier 3 sources that Ollie's already been sacked. Apparently, some sources from the club are saying that Ollie's already been sacked now. I don't know if that's true, because I only believe Romano, I only believe Samuel Luckhurst, I only believe The Athletic, Laurie Whitwell, Simon Stone. I only believe reliable journalists. It could just be some journalists trying to make a name for themselves, lying that Ollie's already been sacked, because it looks like he's going to be sacked today anyway. News reports have come out saying Ollie's already been sacked. Look, I'm not going to say Ollie's already been sacked, but it wouldn't surprise me if he has. Look at everything we're hearing. But what I want to talk about is, because while I wait for Fabrizio Romano or someone to confirm if Ollie's been sacked or not, I just want to say, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a club legend. He won us that goal in 1999. And just like Frank Lampard, I will give Ollie credit where credit is due, that I actually think he has done a good job at Manchester United. I wouldn't say Ollie's the worst manager we've ever had. He did a really good job in taking over a deadbeat Jose Mourinho side and transforming it into a side that looks capable of winning a Champions League, capable of winning a Premier League. But just like Frank Lampard, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does not have the experience or mentality, and is probably not ruthless enough to manage a team with this many egos, mentalities, and elite world-class players. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has built a fantastic team for an elite manager to take over and bring greatness back to Manchester United. And I always give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer credit for that. I always give him credit for that, like Lampard with Chelsea. And what Manchester United need is a Thomas Tuchel, a Zidane, to come in that has experience winning trophies and take that team to the next level. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, very similar to Frank Lampard, he's done a good job at taking us from point C to point B, from getting us in that rebuild to a team that looks like top four's nailed on, a team that looks like they can challenge. This is the first time a Man United side has looked like they can challenge for a title since Sir Alex Ferguson. This is the best side we've had since Sir Alex Ferguson. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not the man to manage that side. He's not good enough. But I give him credit for building that squad and all of that. Ten Hag is the coach we need. I would absolutely love Ten Hag at Manchester United, by the way. But you don't know. Breaking news that Zinedine Zidane is Sir Alex Ferguson's a big fan of Zinedine Zidane and wants Zinedine Zidane as the next Manchester United manager. Some from tier 3 journalists are saying that Sir Alex Ferguson wants Zidane as the next manager coming out. News coming out, the decision was already made that Ole's been sacked and all of that. But yeah, nothing's been confirmed yet. I am going to wait to 6 o'clock. I think there would be an announcement at 6 o'clock and all of that. ITK accounts already say Ole is sacked. Next will come tier 1 in the club. I don't believe the ITK accounts, but ITK is saying Ole will be sacked. I'd love Ten Hag. If you guys would love Ten Hag as Manchester United manager, smash a like on the video, because I would 100% want Ten Hag as Manchester United manager. He's absolutely incredible. He's an absolutely fantastic manager. But as Fabrizio Romano said, Ten Hag to Manchester United is a little bit difficult. It's not easy for Manchester United to get Ten Hag or Brendan Rodgers. It's going to be Zidane. It's going to be Conte. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if we got someone like Southgate. You know what we're like, but I get the impression it's going to be Zidane. It's going to be Conte at Manchester United. That's what I get the impression that it's going to be. Guys, please do smash a like on the video if you have not already, and do subscribe down below to Alice Talks if you're not subscribed to the channel. I agree with Sir Alex Ferguson. You guys should go to Zidane. The news coming in that Sir Alex wants Zidane. I would love Ten Hag, and Ten Hag, Donny, but I think Zidane would be second best after Ten Hag. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe down below. Ole's about to be sacked. We're waiting for the Ole sacking announcement. But what I do want to say and just throw out for you guys quickly is, if you're not subscribed to Alice Talks Football, make sure you are subscribed, smash a like and all that. But once we find out who the manager is, whether it's Zidane, whether it's Conte, I think it will be Zidane or Conte, I will be live to update you guys as soon as we find out who the new Manchester United manager is. As soon as we find out Ole's officially been sacked, I'll be live to confirm when Ole's officially sacked and it's been announced by tier 1 sources. I'll be live to update you guys on who the new manager is. I'll be live at the weekend for a Manchester United versus Spurs watch along. I'll be live at the weekend for a Manchester United versus Spurs match reaction. Also, if Conte becomes Manchester United manager, I will do a short video for you guys telling you how Conte would line up, what formation Conte plays, what style of football Conte plays, and what Conte's first choice Manchester United starting 11 would look like. If Zidane's Manchester United manager, I will do a video telling you what Zidane's first choice Manchester United starting 11 would look like, what Zidane's tactics, what formation does Zidane favour, what does Zidane do at Real Madrid, what kind of players does Zidane like, and how Zidane would line up with Manchester United. So if you're intrigued to see what would Zidane do with this Manchester United starting 11, what would Conte do with the starting 11, subscribe for that, because those videos will be coming this week. And once we have an idea of who could be replacing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer once he's inevitably sacked, there will be a video showing you how this manager could maybe line up against Spurs. So if that interests you, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and all of that. Thank you, Gordon Murray, for the super chat. Would you write off this season for Ten Hag in the summer? I wouldn't write off. The reason I wouldn't write off this season for Ten Hag in the summer is because this is like a wonder season for Manchester United. We could, if we have a bad season, we could be losing Donny, we could be losing Pogba, we could be losing Ronaldo. This is the best squad that we've had in 10 years, and I don't think it's worth risking having a bad season. I think, as much as I love Ten Hag, I think he's perfect. This is like a dream for Manchester United. This is our season, a lot of our best players are aging. A lot of our best players could be leaving and Paul Pogba. This is like a 1 in a million chance for Manchester United to do something. We have to achieve something this season that I couldn't give Ole to the end of the season and then get Ten Hag. I would have to give it to Zidane, and if Zidane didn't look great, then I would give it to Ten Hag maybe in the summer. But for me, like Chelsea did with Tuchel, that's what we've got to do with Zidane, in my opinion. And all that. But thank you very much for the super chat and all that. Zidane is a better option. Smash a like, by the way, if you have not already. Ollie out, Ollie out. If you are Ollie out, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get 500 likes on the video. We've got nearly 600 people watching, so it'd be absolutely crazy if we can get like 500 likes on the video. So if you've not hit that like button, please do go ahead and smash that like button. And of course, subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you are new to the channel. Some sources have come out and said that Ollie's been sacked. An announcement is imminent. I said immigrant for a second. Imminent. So I keep updating my Twitter feed to see if a reliable journalist has officially announced Ollie's sacking. Some tier 3 journalists that aren't very well known have said that Ollie's been officially sacked, but I don't know. What I do have to say is when Ollie is sacked, I want a proven winner at Manchester United. I want a player at Manchester. I want Manchester United to get a manager that's proven winner. I do not want to see another manager coming in for a rebuild. We don't need a rebuild. We need a manager that's going to win stuff. Only 111 likes. We need for 600 likes, guys. So smash a like on the video. I just want to address this comment. Arsenal no longer the banter club. Do you know what makes me laugh? I'm going to throw this out now. This is a bit off topic. Arsenal fans are laughing and bantering Manchester United and saying Manchester United is still the banter club. It makes me laugh because Arsenal, we're still above you in the league. We're still in the Champions League. We could get a world-class manager in, and once we get a world-class manager in, then we're going to be miles above you. You know, Arsenal fans are laughing at us saying that United are banter FC. Arsenal, you can't say United are banter FC when they're still above you in the league. We're still above you in the league. Yet apparently United are the new banter team according to Arsenal fans. We're still above you in the league. We could be about to get a world-class manager in. I think it's absolute insanity that, you know, Arsenal fans are laughing at us. I'm like, at the end of the day, we're going to finish above you this season. So why are you laughing? We're in the Champions League. Why are we a banter FC? Just because you've got no expectation and, you know, United having a bad season is what they get a feel of it. It really does make me laugh. I don't get it sometimes. I really, really don't get it sometimes. But smash your like on the video if you have not already, and if you're not subscribed to Alice Talks Football, please do subscribe down below for daily Manchester United content. Ten Hag and Brendan Rodgers, Manchester United like and are big fans of, but it's been told that Ten Hag and Brendan Rodgers to Manchester United is very, very unlikely, by the way, guys, because it would be a very, very hard deal to do if you guys were not aware of that. Make sure you smash a like on the video if you have not already, and if you're not subscribed to Alice Talks Football, please do go ahead and subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and updates. As you can see on my screen, there's a story about Manchester United players not trusting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer anymore. Manchester United players fed up of Ole choosing favourites. That's sort of the story coming out, by the way, as you can see on my screen. I will get another story on the stream. I will get another story on the stream in just a second, but breaking news is coming out that Ole has been sacked. Now, this hasn't come out from anyone reliable, so I'm not saying Ole's been sacked. I'm not confirming that Ole's been sacked. Some unreliable journalists are saying that apparently Ole's already been sacked and an announcement is imminent. I don't know if this is true or not. This is just what is coming out as of now, by the way. Van der Sar sorted out I'd love Van der Sar and Ten Hag at Manchester United. Arsenal have never been relegated, and Zidane have given the green light. Yeah, Zidane's given the green light to take the job at Manchester United. Is another story coming out. Zidane is apparently a big fan at Manchester United and wants the job and all of that. I did hear that as well. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you something. But latest coming out is Manchester United considering sacking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as you can see. Decision has been made. All of this. But I'll show you this. This is why I think Ole's been sacked. This is why I think Ole's been sacked. And you're saying, well, this tweet has nothing to do with Ole being sacked. FABRIZIO Romano would not be talking about Antonio Conte and Manchester United considering Antonio Conte if they weren't planning on sacking Ole. Manchester United would not be thinking about Antonio Conte if Ole was going to stay. You know, if we were planning not to sack Ole, you know, we wouldn't be talking about Antonio Conte. If Ole was going to stay Manchester United manager, there wouldn't be Conte to Manchester United news. There wouldn't be tier 1 FABRIZIO Romano saying that United are thinking about Conte. If we were planning on keeping Ole, we wouldn't even be thinking about Conte. We wouldn't even be thinking about Conte, guys. And that is facts. If we're planning, so I think this tweet, in a weird way, it kind of confirms that Ole's getting the sack. Do you know what I mean? I think it kind of confirms Ole's getting the sack. I said it before, I'll say it again. Zidane will be shy in the Premier League. Zidane's won 3 Champions Leagues, guys. And do you think, you know, look at the squad we have. Do you think anyone could do a worse job than Ole right now? I'm just hoping Zidane is keen. He is my top choice, but I would certainly take Conte. We know Conte is 100% keen, and we have heard that Zidane is also keen. Has Ole been sacked yet? I'm waiting at 6 o'clock. I feel like if there's going to be an announcement, it will be at 6 o'clock, guys. But no news yet that Ole's been sacked, but everyone's saying that Ole's sacking announcement is imminent. People saying that Ole has been sacked and all of that, but it has not been announced and all that. We're waiting for the Athletic and all of that, but some unreliable sources have said that Ole's been sacked. Extending a contract then sacking, what's this? It's because we're run by absolute idiots. Conte is better as serial winner. I mean, look, I would be happy with Conte. I'd be happy with Zidane because at the end of the day, I don't want Manchester United going I like Graham Potter, but I don't want us going for Graham Potter. I don't want us going for Gareth Southgate. I want us going for a manager that has a history of winning trophies. Because what does Manchester United need this season? A trophy. Manchester United needs a trophy so badly this season. So badly. And we need a manager that's going to come in and win a trophy. I think that is the most important thing. A manager that's going to come in and win a trophy. I think that's the most important thing. But it has turned 6 o'clock, guys, so keep an eye out for any announcement because this is probably the time where it's official Sky Sports News. Ole has been sacked. I've not seen that. I think that's a troll. But I am going to go on Sky Sports News now. Look, I don't think Ole's been. I think you're trolling me there. No, Ole's not. Sky Sports haven't said anything about Ole being sacked as of yet. So I think that's a troll comment. But I just thought I would check. We can still win the league. And big up Red United TV. All eyes on Ole. All eyes on Ole. I mean, big up Red United TV. Go subscribe to him if you're not subscribed to him. Great stuff. But Ole is done. He's gone. He's over. It's down. It's Conte time. I'm just waiting for the announcement, guys. There's too much noise about players not liking Ole, not liking the tactics. Annoyed at Ole's favouritism. Too much noise about Conte. The fact that Fabrizio Romano is even saying that United are thinking about Conte. Ole is gone. It's just tick-tack, tick-tack, tick-tack. It's just time. Just wait. When's he gone? When are you going to announce it, United? When are you going to announce it? Not long till he's sacked, guys. Not long till he's sacked. And if he's not sacked in the next 10 minutes, I will end the live stream. But when Ole's officially sacked and when it's officially announced that Ole's been sacked, I will be live again to update you guys. Just remember that. Zidane, fire. It will come from United before anyone else. When we find out Ole's officially sacked, I will be live. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not subscribed to stay up to date with all the daily Manchester United news and content. Any questions for me, by the way, guys? Because I'm probably going to wrap up the stream in the next 10 minutes if we don't get any more updates on Ole. I'm going to wrap up the stream probably in the next 10 minutes. So any questions you have for me, please do let me know down below, and I will try and read out and reply to as many comments as possible and all of that. No coming back from this. I just don't think Ole can come back from that 5-0 loss. I think if you lose 5-0 to your arch rivals, it would be criminal not to get sacked. Donny will outstay Ole. I tell you what, Donny van der Beek's probably dancing. I tell you, you know what? I reckon Donny van der Beek's in his living room right now, with refreshing his Twitter feed, probably dancing. Donny's like refreshing his Twitter, like, how long to be sacked? I tell you what, you looked at that Manchester United bench versus Liverpool. That Manchester United bench was absolutely miserable versus Liverpool. That Manchester United bench looked absolutely miserable versus Liverpool. But you know what wouldn't surprise me? You know what wouldn't surprise me one bit? Is if Donny van der Beek was secretly smiling inside, going, I'm going to get game time. Because we're hearing from sources inside the club. We're hearing from Manchester United players that apparently Donny van der Beek looks really good in training. So, we always thought maybe Donny doesn't look good in training. That's maybe why Ole doesn't play him. Sources from the club, players from the club are saying that Donny looks so good in training that they're shell-shocked that Donny ain't playing. Donny, I feel sorry for Donny. If he looks this good in training, if the midfielders are this bad, and if we're playing this badly and the manager says he doesn't need him, but the manager won't let him leave, I feel so sorry for Donny that, you know what, Donny? When Ole gets sacked tonight, go have a party. As much as I want Ole sacked, he won't. I would be shocked if Ole's manager for the Spurs game. With the amount of noise that's coming out, from the amount of stories I've heard, from the journalists it's coming from, I would be absolutely shocked if Ole's here for the Spurs game. I'd be absolutely shocked, guys. I just don't think he's making it to the Spurs game. I think it's criminal if the owners keep Ole after losing 5-0 to our arch rivals. I think it'll be absolutely criminal of the owners if Ole stays in charge after losing 5-0 to our arch rivals. I think Ole's gone, guys. I think Ole's gone, and I think he's gone for good. I think he's getting sacked. And you know what? We're hearing that Conte's the favourite. We're hearing Conte's the favourite right now, but I'm thinking Zinedine Zidane could be the favourite from what Fabrizio's saying. and all that. Ollie out, Zidane in. Ollie out, Zidane in. Gordon, thank you very much for the super chat. Stupid to have favourites, played the best players. Simple. Exactly facts. It completely infuriates me that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer always plays his favourites, and the players are picking up on it. The players have come out, sources inside the club, and said that the players are annoyed with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for constantly picking the same players. The players are like the players cannot understand why the same underperforming players are starting week in, week out. Ollie has been sacked. There are some people saying that Ollie's been sacked, but no one reliable, guys. So knowing me, I'll end the live stream, and 5 minutes later we'll be told that Ollie's sacked. Knowing my lot, I'll end this live stream. 5 minutes later, it comes out that Ollie's been sacked. I know that's what's going to happen, and that's why I want to stay on the live stream for another 5 minutes. But yeah, no way. I prefer Zidane, but Conte's discipline and passion is an interesting prospect for the squad as well. Exactly. Look, I'd be happy with both, but Zidane and Ten Hag would be my favourite. I wouldn't be surprised that owners know nothing about football. I mean, look, if Ollie doesn't get sacked, it just sums up how bad our owners are. But I think if Ollie doesn't get sacked, there will be Glazers out protests again. And the Glazers do not want protests. The reason we had a good transfer window is because of the protests. And the Glazers will need to win the fans back so badly that if the Glazers don't sack Ollie, the fans are going to turn on them. The fans will turn on the Glazers if they don't sack Ollie. And the Glazers do not want that. And even though the Glazers like Ollie, the Glazers like money more than they like Ollie. And the Glazers don't sack Ollie, the fans turn on them, and the Glazers will have to sack Ollie if the fans turn on them, and the Glazers know that. And the fact that Richard Arnold, Ed Woodward, and the Glazers are having a meeting right now, the fact that Ed Woodward is staying longer at Manchester United, and the fact that Manchester United are even looking at Conte right now, and that's been confirmed by Romano, hints that Ollie's basically gone. Like, Ollie is basically gone. You know, I just can't see it happening. Luis Enrique definitely do a better job than Ollie. And best short term is Conte, long term would be Ten Hag or Overmars as tech director. Look, I would love to just hire the whole of Ajax, the Ajax coaching staff, the Ajax manager. I'd love the whole of Ajax, and then we not bring, you can't bring Don. We won't let Donny go back to Ajax. So let's go bring Ajax to Donny. I love Ten Hag to come in. I'd absolutely love it. It's actually I'm so fuming with the treatment of Donny van de Beek. It infuriates me. And the one thing I like is that the players are picking up on it. The players are picking up on the treatment of Donny van de Beek. The players aren't happy with how Ollie's treating Donny van de Beek as well, and I think that is really, really telling, guys. But I am going to end the live stream here, by the way, guys. But if Ollie gets sacked, when Ollie's officially sacked, I think, I'm saying when Ollie gets sacked, I think Ollie is getting sacked. I might be live again tonight. If we get an official announcement from a Tier 1 journalist that Ollie's been sacked, I will be live again tonight. So if you want to step to all the latest Manchester United news and updates, make sure to subscribe to the channel, post notifications on, because if Ollie gets officially sacked, we will be live tonight. We will be live tonight if Ollie gets officially sacked, and of course we'll be live tomorrow night. And once Ollie's sacked, I'll keep you up to date on, is it going to be Conte, is it going to be Zidane, is it going to be someone else? So if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester United news, make sure to subscribe. There's going to be updates on Conte, Zidane, and Ollie's future throughout this week. I think so. Ollie's going to be sacked in the next couple of hours, and if he is, I will be live again when Ollie's officially announced his sack to give you my thoughts on that. So make sure to subscribe, by the way. Share the video as well. Would be much appreciated. Smash a like, smash a sub, all of that. And as well, if Conte is the new Manchester United manager, there will be a video telling you what Conte would do with this squad and what formations Conte play and what kind of players Conte like, and assuming what Conte's starting 11 would be. If Zidane gets the Manchester United job, there will be a video saying what starting 11 would Zidane play, what's Zidane's ideal starting 11, what's Zidane's ideal formation, what kind of players would Zidane play, predicting what Zidane's starting 11 would be with the Manchester United squad, predicting what Conte's starting 11 would be with the Manchester United squad. So do subscribe for that. But subscribe, smash a like. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been a great live stream. I think I could be live tonight. I think Ollie's going to be sacked tonight. I think it's going to be announced that he's sacked tonight. So I could be back live again tonight. So subscribe, notifications on. See you next time, guys, and all of that. But yeah, bye. Good comment there from Andrew. I would worry about Sancho as well. I do agree. I'll talk